Here in France, far-right leader Marine Le Pen is battling for her political survival. She is due to be back in court today on day one of her appeals trial for a graft conviction. She needs that verdict overturned if she wants to run in next year's presidential election. Olivia Bizot is at that courthouse where the appeals trial is kicking off today. Olivia, first of all, what's this case all about?
Hi, Jeannie. Well, this case, known as a European Parliament assistance affair, involves allegations of a massive system of embezzlement. Between 2004 and 2016, far-right leader Marine Le Pen's party, the National Rally Party, is accused of having used EU funds in order to solve its own financial issues. Now, the EU gives a monthly allowance to European Parliament members to hire assistants, and prosecutors argue that that money was used by the party to instead fund its own staff who are working on domestic French issues as opposed to European ones. Now, key figures include Marine Le Pen's bodyguard, for example, and her chief of staff. Now, in March 2025, 25 individuals were found guilty, and Marine Le Pen was found guilty of being at the heart of this embezzlement strategy since 2009. She was sentenced to 4 years in prison, which includes 2 years under house arrest with an electronic ankle bracelet. She was also fined €100,000, and crucially, she was banned from running for presidential office for 5 years, and that ban was put in place immediately. So during this appeal case, 12 individuals, including Marine Le Pen, are trying to go against that sentence. They're trying to prove their innocence. This trial will go on for the next month, and the verdict by the Court of Appeal is expected by the summer of 2026, this summer.
Olivia, what's happened since the last trial and this one? Has Marine Le Pen's strategy changed at all?
Yes, well, analysts are saying that in some senses she has changed her strategy. In the first trial, she was incredibly vocal, and analysts are saying that she is taking a little more of a backseat this time. There are some signs in recent interviews that she does seem a lot more resigned. In December 2025, for example, she gave a landmark interview with La Tribune du Dimanche, in which she said for the very first time that Bardella could replace her as the candidate for the 2027 elections and could win. Now, by focusing on this plan B, she's in a way taking the heat off herself, and she's preparing the public for a situation in which she's not the main candidate. But is she backing down? Definitely not. It's not in her nature to back down. She's maintaining her innocence, and she's maintaining the same discourse that this whole situation is actually about an administrative misunderstanding about the role of members of the European Parliament. And now, behind the scenes, she's been working tirelessly with legal experts in order to try and find loopholes in EU regulation. And so this time she's trying to win the case on a technicality as opposed to winning it on an emotion, but she's maintaining the same discourse that the establishment is against her in order to try and block her from running for the 2027 elections.